Hey everybody, welcome to Remedius Board Gaming. Thank you so much for tuning in. In this video, we're going to be doing a playthrough of Legacy of You. Now, in order to win this game, our goal is to construct all 6 of the canals along the river. We also need to survive until the end of the round after we've built the last canal. There's a few things we need to be mindful of while playing. The first thing is we need to make sure the flood token never lands on an unbuilt canal. Another thing we need to do is make sure we're never overrun by 7 barbarian cards at one time. And the last thing is we can't let our workforce ever deplete. And that means always having enough townsfolk cards in our ready pile for when we need them. If at any stage in the game one of these 3 things happens, we instantly lose the game and it counts as a defeat in our campaign. Now just a heads up, there will be spoilers in this video. I'll give you a warning before we head into any spoiler territory, so you have plenty of time to decide if you want to keep watching. So I've already gone and set up the game. I've created my ready pile of 10 townsfolk cards and dealt 6 townsfolk cards and 1 barbarian card along the top of the board. Our canals, farms, outposts and huts are all in place, and now we're ready to play. Okay, so it's the first round. We're going to grab our 4 cards. We get 1 worker, 1 shell, and 1 provision. So let's have a look at what we've got. Okay. So we've got 2 cards here that we can tuck at the bottom of the board, and both of them will give us a white worker. I like the idea of getting 2 red workers at once, so I might tuck this one instead. Now there's never really much you can do in the first round. It looks like we need a blue worker to bribe this barbarian, and I don't think I have access to that at this stage in the game. I think we're just going to grab the freebie, add it here, and we're also going to exhaust all 3 of these and get a red, white and yellow worker. I might even pay this provision and grab this card, because I like the double provisions there. That might come in handy later. Now, since we've got workers left over, I think I'm going to use one here and get a provision. If you don't know this, any workers that you use in these kind of actions, you get them back at the start of your next harvest. So if you've ever got leftover workers, it always pays to use all of these actions if you can. Okay, you know what? I'm going to pay that provision and add this card as well. So that's it for the actions. So now we need to suffer this effect here. We don't have any blue workers, so we're going to have to lose one of our cards from our ready pile, and we're losing this guy. At this point in the game, I don't know if this is good or bad for us, so RIP to this guy. Okay, so now we refresh. So we're going to move these guys down here. This guy moves down 1 because we're adding 1 more barbarian. And then we fill up the townsfolk cards here. Okay, so now we take our harvest again. We get this guy back. We get 2 white workers. We get a shell and another provision. Now for our 4 cards. We've only got 1 card left in our ready pile. So that means we have to build this now because the flood token is going to move next. Okay, so this is what we've got. So none of them have shells. I mean, it's not the end of the world. We are going to pay the 2 white workers and 2 shells and build this canal here. So as a reward, we get a clay and a wood, and we get to read something from the storybook. 1 clay, 1 wood. Well, I didn't realize that the first spoiler was going to come this quickly, so here's your warning. If you don't want any spoilers for this game, it might be time to find something else to watch. Another canal completed, another band of rebels seen scouting the camps along the river. The flood waters flow away from essential lands and into streams and rivers, creating safe land to farm and settle. It is my hope that these men and women will see the restoration of this land and come to help complete this righteous work. In later seasons, we will need to create more canals to take the flood all the way to the sea, where it can finally rest. But for today, we will celebrate the work of our hands. Now it says here we file the constructed canal card into the box under history, and we also find card 46 from the story deck and place it face down on top of the barbarian draw pile. Okay, well I guess it's going to be a barbarian card, so let's get that. Now we've constructed our first canal, so that's 1 of 6 done. Let's see if there's anything else we can do. We'll grab this guy. Always grab the freebie every round. I think it's more important to add it here to the exhausted pile than it is to discard him and get the resource, unless you really need to. I think the best early game strategy is to build up this draw pile as quickly as possible, so that you've got enough for when you need to sacrifice some from building some of these later canals or dealing with some of these barbarians here. There's not a lot we can do. I mean, we could build a farm. I think that's a good strategy actually. So 1 white, 1 clay, 1 wood, and we're going to build a farm. Right now I think white worker is the most important, and we're going to put this farm here to get another provision. We don't have the brick or the blue worker to bribe these 2 guys off, so that means we're going to end up losing... Oh, actually no. Yeah, we do have them. We've got them right here. So we're going to exhaust these 2 and get the blue and brick. And now we've got bribes ready for these 2 barbarians. I don't think there's any point in discarding either of these 2 guys yet, so we're going to exhaust them and get a white and a red. And as always, if you can, you should do that and get another provision. Okay, so that's the end of that action phase. Now the barge returns onto the next canal. The barge token is basically there to show you which canal you're allowed to build, because you're only allowed to build 1 per round. Alright, so that goes back there. Now we suffer attacks, so 1 blue and 1 clay for bribes. Now we refresh. These all go down like that. Okay, I might as well show you this card since we're doing spoilers. This is the card that we got from the storybook. Okay, so she's quite powerful. As you can see, we need to pay 2 provisions or lose 2 townsfolk cards. So she's going to be our priority in the next round because we don't want to lose anywhere near that amount of stuff this early in the game. And quite handy, we can use any colored worker except for white. So should be fairly easy to deal with. Okay, so that's the refresh. Now we're back to harvest. So we get this guy back. Now we get 3 white workers. We get 1 shell and 1 more provision. Okay, so that's 1 card. Now we shuffle this. And because we shuffled that, this moves down. So let's take a look at what we've got. Okay, alright, awesome. More provisions. And blue and black and clay. Alright, so what should we do? Let's just have a think about it. We don't have any black workers, and we currently don't have enough stuff to build an outpost. We don't have enough shells to build that canal. Maybe we need to consider discarding this card to get the 2 black workers, and that way we would be able to take care of 2 of these. So we're going to exhaust that card and get 2 provisions. Before we exhaust this card, I'm going to fight this one here. So we're going to pay 2 red and 1 white. Oh, we can't use white. Ah, okay. In that case, we're going to exhaust this guy for a blue. I'm not going to bother getting it. We'll get rid of these 2 reds. So that's 2 red and 1 blue for this one. 3 provisions. Okay. So as a reward, we get to draw 1 card from the townsfolk pile into our hand. Now, let's see what it is. Okay, so we've got a blue worker here. We need to make sure we're always keeping on top of that as well. Sometimes I forget to do that until it's too late. I think we're just going to have to discard this card and get 2 black workers, but instead of grabbing them, we're going to pay the 1 yellow, and now we've defeated this guy. So we get 2 shells and a clay. Now we've got enough resources to build the next canal, so I think we're going to do that. 2 shells, 2 whites. So this one goes here, and we get another clay and wood, and we have to discard one card. So who do we lose? Okay. RIP to you, my friend. Don't forget the clay and the wood. Alright, so now we've got 2 clay and a wood. Can we get another clay? Yes, we can. We're going to exhaust that guy for another clay. That gives us 3 clay and a wood. Pay 1 white worker. We can build this. I think right now we want a black worker so that we get a head start for this guy. Okay, now what does this give us? Sweet, another provision. They always come in handy. The more provisions, the better. Now we can get another black worker here, but I don't think there's any way of getting a red worker right now. I'm going to pay 2 provisions and add these 2 cards to our exhausted pile. And we're going to exhaust this one and get a blue worker. Okay, so we're going to go here, get another black worker, and we're going to go here and get another provision. So we are going to be adding 2 more barbarians in the next round. So I'm wondering if I should save these 2 provisions or if I should invest in this guy now. No, that's a silly thought. I'm going to save the provisions because he's going to move down to the free card zone. Yeah, that's the move. So that's the end of the action phase. Now we need to suffer attacks. Oh, I don't have any clay. Can't afford to buy any clay. So we're going to lose this card. Alright. See you later. Now refresh. Back to the harvest. So we get these guys back. We get 3 more white workers. We get a shell and a provision. 4 cards. I really should have tucked a card last round. Oh well, forgot about it. Too late. So this is what we've got. Oh, this could be a cool card. I've never actually had an opportunity to tuck a card like this before. If you're wondering, this is like the 4th time I've played this game. You know, I played it a few times just so I could learn the rules and make sure I knew what I was doing before I tried to record a video like this. I've never won it, so yeah, just foreshadowing there. Hopefully we can get the W this time. Or maybe more wood would be good. I think cards in the hand is the way to go, so we're going to tuck him. Cool. Oh, I forgot to move this back. So we're going to go here. We get a red. That gives us 2 black, 1 red. Pay 2 provisions. And this guy is gone. As a reward, we get a shell, and we get to draw 1 card from our ready pile. Ah, now we get it. Now we get it. Ah, damn it. Oh, well. Let's just get this guy in there now. I don't think I'm going to be fighting any more barbarians this round. Damn, we're going to suffer a lot of attacks this round. Okay, so we're going to exhaust him to get the red, so we've got it for the bribe. And I think we're just going to exhaust all 3 of these as well and get all the stuff. So 1 white worker, 1 clay, 1 provision, and 1 shell. Now we do have the stuff to build that canal. I think we should do it because if we don't, then we're missing an opportunity to do it and we might be falling behind if we do that. So 3 white workers, 2 shells. This guy goes over here. And as a result, we get a clay, a wood, and we have to discard 2 cards from our ready pile. So clay, wood, 2 cards. So that's 1. Shuffle. 2. These guys are gone. Well, these ladies, I should say. RIP. And because we shuffled, this moves over here. Okay, what else can we do? We don't have enough clay. Can we get clay? Oh, we could do that. We could get a provision with this guy. Yeah, okay, that's what we're going to do. So this guy's going to go here, get 1 provision, and then we're going to spend a white worker and the provision we just got, and that lets us get any colored worker. So we're going to get a blue one, and now we've got all the right resources to fight this lady here. So 2 blue and a red, 3 provisions, and that gives us a shell and a white worker. Oh, now this... Alright, now this is cool. Alright, so now I've got 3 shells. I'm going to spin them to get a clay. Oh, that worked out a lot better than I thought it was going to. And now I've got all the stuff here to build another hut. So that one is going to go here. We'll grab a provision. And we get this. Okay, so another story time. While walking among the workers today, I spoke with a forester who had the most wonderful ideas about the ways we are using the trees we fell as we dig. This will surely make our work easier as we move down the river. Okay, so it says file the constructed hut card in the box under history, find card 40 in the story deck, and file it in the box under huts and canals for future games. Alright, so we've got a new hut or canal card. Okay, so that was a really awesome combo. Now all we have left is 1 provision. Maybe we should just use it. Yeah, I think we will. We're going to spin that. Add this guy here, and that'll be it for the action phase. So this returns here, and now we suffer attacks. So I don't have a red worker, so we're going to lose this card. Ah, damn, I always hate losing these double resource cards. So that's annoying. RIP. Okay, so I've refreshed the top card row, and we're back at the top of another round with the harvest phase. So I'm going to grab these 2 back. Now we get 4 cards from this and 1 more here. So we're going to grab 5 cards. That's awesome. And we're going to get 1, 2, 3 white workers. And we get 1 shell, 2 shells actually, and 1 provision. So this is what we've got. Ah, yes, the clay shell guy. That's awesome. I think I'm going to end up tucking him. Let's just leave him there for now. I'm not tucking him in, but I'm putting him there so I don't forget that I want to tuck him in. Okay, so 2 blue and a red, 2 red and a black, 2 yellow and a blue. So we could discard this guy, get 2 blue, and exhaust him for a red. That will give us the workers we need to deal with him, but we don't have any provisions yet. Well, we've got 1, but we don't have enough. Okay, so I'm just going to do that. Kind of as a rule, I never discard the freebie card. I don't think it's ever worth discarding cards at all, to be honest, unless you really, really need to. And I think we're about to get to the point in the game where it really ramps up in difficulty. So let's see how we go. We've got 1 provision. Looks like we're going to have to do this. Or do we build the next canal now? Hard to say. I'm trying not to spend too much time on AP. My girlfriend hates when I get analysis paralysis. I'm really bad at it. I try not to be, but yeah, I'm like one of those min-max guys at D&D who tries to calculate every single action and maximize every single output. But anyway, so we've gone there. And we're gonna get that provision. So we've got 2 provisions. What to do? We really need wood. We need wood. We need wood. We need wood. We need some wood, guys. Help me out. If you can see a way to get wood, leave a comment. I know there's that card, but I mean, at this point, adding cards into the exhaust pile really is just a roll of a die. So, okay, we need wood. We don't have it. We've got 2 provisions. We need a 3rd provision. We've got the 2 shells. We could use that on a 3rd provision. That would let us deal with him. Alright, so exhausting for red. And I know I said I don't like doing it, but I'm going to do it anyway. Discarding for 2 blue. 2 blue and a red. Pay those 2 shells for another provision. Okay, so 3 provisions, 2 blue and a red. He is gone. RIP, buddy. Okay, so 2 shells and a wood. 2 shells, a wood, and awesome, a clay. Thank you, mate. 1 clay, so now we've got a wood and a clay. We've got another white worker there. Done and done, and we're gonna build workers. Yeah, we're gonna build the worker farm there. place it over there so we get a shell. Ah, well, it's too late. I just realized we had this action available, and I could have saved this old man's life and made him last another round longer at least. That's okay. We will do it this way. Yeah, we're going to build that canal now. 3 white workers, 2 white shell, 3 white workers, 2 shells. Barge goes over there, and we get a clay, a wood, and we lose 2 townsfolk cards. I still don't really like that part of the game. I get why they do it. It's in order to ramp up the difficulty, okay? Because if we didn't have that, our ready pile just basically would just have a never-ending workforce here. So I get it. All right. Oh, I could build another farm and tuck this guy. Should we do it? Should we do it? Should we do it, team? Should we do it? What's going to be more handy? More blue workers or more clay and shells? Honestly, I can't decide. I wish I had a coin with me right now and I would flip and let the fates decide for us. So, maybe I should go get a coin. You know what? Let's just do this. And 3, 2, 1, you're getting tucked. Okay? If you missed it, we are tucking the blue worker lady. Which means we're going to play this guy, and that will give us 1 white worker. And I think we are just going to... Do we build another farm? Kind of worried that we don't have any outposts this far in the game. So far, so good. Another farm it is. Okay, you are gonna go. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We need both. Okay, red. We're getting red. Awesome. So I think that's it for actions. And that means the barge returns to the river. And now we suffer attacks. So we're going to lose our red worker that we got here. He's gone. And we also need to lose 1 more townsfolk card from our ready pile. And no, it's a double resource. Hate when that happens. RIP. Okay. With that done, these guys all move down, and okay, looks like we don't have enough space for the 3 barbarians, so she is also gonna go take a walk. RIP. And 3. Okay, so I've refreshed the card row at the top, and now we're back at the start of another round with harvest. So we get this guy back, and we get 5 cards. Oh wow, we've only got 5 cards left in our draw pile. Oh, this is gonna be tricky. Okay, so we've got 5 cards. Let's just quickly assess what we've got. We've got a red, a white, and a yellow, a brick, and a double resource there. Okay, now we get 1, 2, 3 white workers again. Love that. We also get 1, 2 shells. And we get 2 provisions. We also get a blue worker here, and 1 more worker of our choice that is not white. So I suppose we get another blue, because then maybe we can work on this guy by getting a black one here. Well, black or blue doesn't matter. I think we're going to go blue. So I think that's all the harvest. Okay, first things first. Let's add her here. This is going to be a tough round. This is going to be the toughest round we've had. It's just dawned on me, we need to make 4 spaces in the top row. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to do it. We just haven't gotten lucky with the wood, right? We really need this to trigger. You know what? I'm going to go back and change what I did. Here I took a blue. I'm going to put the blue back and get a yellow. Sorry about that. And here we're going to go there, grab another yellow. So 1 provision, 2 yellow and a blue. That deals with her. See you later. 2 shells and a wood. Thank you very much. What else can we do? All right. I think we are going to exhaust both of these and get the stuff. So that's a clay, provision, and shell. AP. Yep. This one first. We're going to discard this guy, send him for a walk that he's never coming back from. Okay, so red and a clay. I think this might be it for us, to be honest. Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to get a wood. Spend 3 shells for another wood. So now we've got 3 wood and a clay and this white worker here. And we're going to build this outpost. We're going to go like that. That's going to give us a black worker. And now our white also counts as a red. So we've got 2 reds and a black. Okay, I think we can last one more round. I don't know if it's going to do us any good, but we'll see. So 2 reds and a black, 2 provisions. We can take care of him. That's going to give us a shell and a white. See ya. Shell, white. Okay, so we need space for 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 spaces there now for barbarians. So that's okay. Can't believe we did it. Oh, that was difficult. Okay, we're just going to exhaust both of these for a white and a yellow. So we've got the clay, got the white. We have to buy a wood, unfortunately, so that we can deal with these 3 bribes. So that leaves us with this stuff here, and we're going to go there to get a provision. Do we have any more stuff? Oh yeah, I may as well get this guy right now so that we get 2 more townsfolk cards in the top there. Alright, so that's it for actions, and now we need to suffer attacks. So 1 clay, 1 wood, and 1 white worker for bribes. That deals with those 3 guys. Now we need to add 3 more barbarians, so they are all going to shuffle down like this. I thought we were going to have 2 townsfolk cards, but never mind. So we get 1 guy there. Okay, that's the end of that round, and we're back to the top of the new round with a harvest. So let's get these 3. Alright, and we get 1, 2, 3 white workers and a blue. We get 2 shells and 2 provisions. We get another shell from the outpost. And I think the last thing is we get a worker of our choice. But I'm going to grab our 5 cards. That's 4. So we need to shuffle. Okay, so 5 cards for that. Let's have a look at what we've got. Okay, we've got some options here. Oh, sorry, because I shuffled, I think I was meant to move that guy down 1. Almost forgot about that. Do I go for a blue? Yeah, so I'm going to take another blue. Okay, so that's 2 blues. We're going to count that as 2 reds for now. Exhausting this card for a black. We're going to go like this to get another black straight away. I'm just sort of anticipating the battles that we've got coming up. Okay, so that one and that one. Actually, we've got 2 reds here and a yellow. So we've got enough workers for these 3. And we've got the provisions here. And that's 1, that's 2. Okay, so we can last another round, but we aren't really. I'm just going to add him now so I don't forget. All we're really doing is postponing the inevitable unless we're able to make some work on this. Okay, let's start with the first one here. So 2 red and a black, 1 provision. She's going for a walk and never coming back, and it's story time again. It is days like this that make me yearn for home. There are still people, our people, who do not see. They cannot see that the work that we are doing is for all of the Empire. They only see a chance to take. My heart bleeds for them and their ignorance, just as my men bleed for our work to carry on. We pushed back a strong foe, but the cost of our own warriors is high. My thoughts will be with the rest of my warriors tonight as they remember the fallen. And it says here we need to file the defeated barbarian card in the box under history, take 2 damage, and gain 3 shells. Oh, 2 damage. Alright, so she goes into the history box. We take 2 damage, 1, 2, and we gain 3 shells. I mean, it could be good timing with the shells, who knows? But it really hurts to be thinning out our deck there, so RIP to these 2 fallen warriors. We got Grandma and Uncle here going for a walk and to never return from. RIPP. Let's just recap. She was a bit of a mighty warrior. Although we did defeat her and get 3 shells, we lost 2 of our townsfolk. Not the best outcome. but hopefully those shells come in handy. We really need to build another outpost, and I've just realized we can't build another outpost until we've built the canal. And when we build that canal, we're going to lose 2 more of our townsfolk cards. So the end is nigh. It's getting closer, but hey, we'll see. All right, this guy next. 2 blue and a black. 1 provision. Boom, done. He had some money on him. We get 3 shells. Awesome. Cool. We have 3 spaces there. There's 3 of them. We need to do 1 more battle before we can even think about doing anything else. And this is where our engine is beginning to show its flaws here. We've got all these shells and not much to do with them. We need to do 1 more battle. We have to. 2 and 4 shells gives us 2 provisions. Our white counts as red, so we've got 2 red and a yellow, 2 provisions. That deals with him. He had some money on him. We get 3 shells. Thank you very much. 1, 2, 3. So we've got 9 shells. We've got 1 worker. We've got these kind of trash cards. I think we just cash them all in. We've got enough room there for the next lot of barbarians. We don't have the stuff needed. Let's see if we can buy them, I guess. We're going to need a wood. We will exhaust him for a clay. We need to get a provision and a shell. Cool, so that sorts those 3 out for bribes. Pesky buggers. That leaves us with 10 shells, and I guess we're just going to exhaust these 2 for a clay and a white worker. I'm not sure if we'll end up spending the clay, but we'll put that guy there and get another provision for next time. I think that's all we're going to do for this round of actions. So now we're going to pay our bribes. So 1 clay, 1 provision, 1 wood. That sorts them out. We need to add 3 more barbarians. 1, 2, 3. We only get to add 1 townsfolk card. It's a wood. Okay. Might be asking her to go for a walk so we get that wood straight away. So we've refreshed the card row at the top and we're back to another harvest. So we get these guys back. Just going to sort out my resources here. We get 4 plus 1. 5 cards. 1, 2, 3. Oh my gosh, it's getting close. 4 and 5. There's only 4 cards left there. This might be the end of us. Okay, 3 more white workers. 1, 2, 3 shells. So there's only 2 shells left. So I'm going to spend 2 shells for a provision. And that allows me to get my 3rd shell. Pretty sure that is how the rules work. If I'm wrong, let me know in a comment. I tried to look it up. I honestly can't tell. The rulebook says you can do these actions at any point in the game. I don't see why you can't do it in the middle of a harvest. It just makes sense to me. Okay, so now we get 1, 2 provisions, and we get a blue worker here, and we get another worker from that. Let's have a look at what cards we've got. Okay, lots of provisions, some wood, and a black worker. That actually might be handy. You know, maybe it'll help us last another round. We'll see. First things first. They're going to go in there. Oh yeah, I need to grab this guy. I'm going to get yellow. I'm not sure why, but we're doing it. Part of me thinks we're going to need yellow because of this one and this one. So, you know, they're the cheaper options. We'll see what happens. Okay, I'm going to build this straight away. So we've got blue, we've got red, and we've got 2 white. That takes care of that. Now we're going to build this canal. We don't get any rewards, but we have to lose 2 townsfolk cards from a ready pile, which only has 4 cards left, and there's another story time. So let's see what happens. I had been waiting hours for my workers to return from finishing our most recent canal when a shout came out from the edge of the tents. The workers had returned, but they were bloodied and tired. Barbarians have been roaming nearer and nearer to our camps, scouting for ways they can hurt our efforts. It seems they've found what they are looking for. File the constructed canal card in the box under History, find card 34 in the story deck and file it in the box under Huts and Canals for future games. Take 1 damage. Oh my god. Wow, okay. So we need to take 2 damage from this effect here at the bottom, and we also need to take a 3rd damage. So we've only got 4 cards left in our ready pile, so that's 1, 2, 3. 1 card left there. Who did we lose at this stage? Can't really tell if it matters. RIP times 3. There we go. Oh my god. Okay. Well, hey, now we've got this action. We could make... I don't think it's gonna matter. But hey, we'll see. Oh, we've got 1 there, 5 here. Alright. So, we might be able to last 1 more round. We just need to have the right resources to pay these bribes after building this one here. Hopefully this story here doesn't say, you know, take 10 damage. At this point, I wouldn't be surprised. Okay, so we've got 1 yellow. We've got 3 red/white. That doesn't help. What can we do? Okay, I think the obvious thing is we get the black worker. Increase our numbers. Increase our numbers. Oh, I really just want to discard all of these and just go for, you know, a last Hail Mary and see what happens. Probably wouldn't be good. Actually, it would be disastrous. We've only got 2 there and 1 here. Okay, we are going to just exhaust all 4 of these cards, and that will give us 4 provisions, 2 shells, and a wood. Let's think about our bribes. We need to kill 3 more. 1, 2, 3, which means we need bribes for these 3, which means we need 2 white, 2 shells, 1 white worker, and a wood. Those guys are set aside for bribes. Alright, so that leaves us with this. We're going to have to convert some of our workers into other colors. I think we're going to go like this and get a yellow. We're going to spend a white worker and a provision to get a blue. That gives us the 2 yellow and blue we need for her. Okay, let's do that for now. 2 yellows, provision. She's gone. We get a shell and a white worker. Thank you. Okay. Not sure if we're going to be able to do much more after this. So 4 shells will get us another white worker, 3 provisions. With those 3 white workers will let us get 3 workers of our choice, plus 1 provision. We can deal with that barbarian there. Okay, so 4 shells gives us 1 white worker, 3 white workers, and 3 provisions. That lets us do this 3 times. We're going to get 2 black and a blue. For this guy, I'm not going to bother getting them. I'm going to pay the 1 provision, and that deals with him. That gives us a shell and a white worker. Cheers, mate. Now, can we do it 1 more time? 4 shells, 1 white worker. 2 shells, 1 more provision. 3 provisions and 3 white workers gets us 3 of any color. So I think we're going to try and fight that one. I don't know if we've got enough stuff to do it, but... Okay, so 2 shells will get us a provision. I know I shouldn't, and it probably doesn't really matter, but I'm going to retcon here and take this card back to my hand. This is the one that gave us this wood. I'm going to put the wood back, and I'm going to use this card to trigger this action here. Now that means we discard a card from our hand into our exhausted pile to gain 2 shells. So basically all I've done is, instead of getting a wood, I'm taking 2 shells, but then I'm going to spend the 2 shells to get this provision. Yes, AP has struck again. Okay, so now we've got the 2 yellow and a red, and the 2 provisions. Look at that, like magic. This one is gone. Thank you very much. See you later. We've got 3 shells. We don't have much else. Promise I won't do that anymore. Okay, so I think that's it for actions. Now we have to suffer attacks. Well, this guy goes back here. Time to suffer attacks. 2 shells for him. Cool. And now we are going to have to lose 2 townsfolk cards there. 1 and 2. Who did we lose? Wow, it's my favorite. Double resource guy. RIP, my guys. That's it for suffering attacks. Now we refresh. So we need to add 1, 2, 3. So make space for 3 more. Alright. Now we only get 1 townsfolk card. Cool, cool, cool. Now we get 5 cards. We've only got 5 cards left. We need to, one way or another, build this canal, defend from all of these guys, and maybe we'll win. I already think it's impossible because we don't have 2 cards there, unless... okay, so it is possible. It is possible. Let's see what we can do. Now let's get the rest of our harvest. So we get 1, 2, 3 white workers and a blue. We get 1, 2, 3 shells. I forgot we get this guy back. Now we get 2 provisions and we get 1 more worker of any color. Let's just spread these guys out like this. We need a yellow for this. That's what we need. Not sure how it's going to go. We have really run this game to the wire. Okay, so what have we got? Yeah, we're going to need her like that. I think we're going to take a yellow. We're going to spend these 2 for 2 wood. 2 white workers, a yellow and a red, 3 shells. That's going to let us build the last canal. We need to lose 2 townsfolk cards from our ready pile, and we get a bit of a story. So I'll just deal with the townsfolk cards now. Doesn't really matter because I'm shuffling here. That's going to move down. 1 and 2. 2 wood ladies. Thank you for the wood. See ya later. In all that I have done to deal with this grand task, I never thought that I would be flooding homes myself. Earlier this morning we released water into a canal we had been digging. It is a sight to see, the water being sent on a course that we intended, a beast tamed. It has happened many times now, and every time it brings me joy and a new sense of hope that we can achieve what my father could not. This morning, however, brought not only the divine sense of accomplishment, but also a man. A hermit, from the look of him. It seems that in the course of diverting the floodwaters, we have sent the river into his home and destroyed it. Thankfully, he was not home at the time, and is thus able to stand before us. But he is failing to see the benefit of this without a home to go back to. Perhaps I will talk to him about joining our camp. The tools he carries look well used, and I'm sure his strength could be better used than berating poor Bo Yi. File the completed canal card in the box under History. Find card 4 in the story deck and file it in the box under Huts and Canals for future games. Find card 5 in the story deck and place it face up in your exhausted pile. Okay. I mean, who knows? We'll see what happens. So card 4 is another canal card, and card 5 in the story deck is this guy right here. Look at his beard. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, so he's got double wood, and you can discard him for any color except for white. So that's pretty cool. He goes into our exhausted pile. Exciting. So, all we need to do is survive this round. But that means fighting 4 more barbarians, because the end of the round includes refreshing the card row. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to pull it off, to be honest. I think at this stage it's best to just discard all 3 of these guys, take all their stuff from them, and say thank you very much for everything you've done to help us with these canals. Oh, so sad, gonna lose. Okay, so we get 5 provisions, 1 black, 1 white, and 1 shell. This is all we have. Can it be done? Nothing is impossible. Isn't that what you said? So we need a red for this guy. Let's think about bribes. 1 clay to bribe him. Sorted. 1 provision to bribe him. Okay. 1 wood to bribe her. Cool. Which means we need to kill 1, 2, 3 minimum. We would need to kill 5. Okay. I really want to pull off the win. From what I can tell, nobody wins their first game. It seems almost impossible. If there is some magic that can be done, we've got bribe, we've got bribe, we've got bribe. Can we kill? Can we kill? Can we kill? No, is the answer. Alright, so we could kill this guy. We got blue, white counts as red. We could swap this one for red and 2 provisions. We're just going to run with it. So 2 red and a blue, 2 provisions. That deals with him. He gives us 2 shells and some brick. Well, some clay. Clay, 2 shells. That's it. I think that's everything we can do. We've only got 1 worker here. We could buy a second worker, but yeah, it's not going to be enough. Can we build a outpost? Will that be enough to do it? I already know we're probably not going to be able to win, so I'm just going to see what happens. Yeah, we need a white worker to build a outpost, so 4 shells for 1 white. Now we've got a clay and 3 wood. And 1 white worker. Now we can build an outpost. And which one? I guess we do yellow. Let's go with this. That lets us add a card from the townsfolk draw pile into our hand. And let's see if there is a miracle here. Okay, a wood and a black. No miracles to be found. Oh. So discard it. Black and wood. Now we've got 2 black, lots of provisions. Unfortunately, there's no way to convert provisions into anything else besides this, but we don't have any shells. Let's just go all the way. Go there, we get a shell. We do this, we turn the wood into a shell. We convert 2 provisions and 2 shells into one of these. And what have we got? More provisions. Well, that is good for nothing. Oh, okay, whatever. You know what? She's gonna go here and hang out with this guy. We get 1 more provision. Thank you for the food. I think that's gonna be it. Well, you know, he can go there, and we get 1 more provision. That's going to be the end of our action phase. We return the barge. I'm not really sure what happens on the last round, but you know, we're gonna stand him upright this time because, hey, we at least built all 6 of the canals. That deserves a pat on the back in itself. Okay, suffer attacks. Well, he gets a bribe. We lose a card here, a card here, a card here, and a card here. So that's 1, 2, 3. We've run out. And that is going to be the game. So I guess we have to pull a card from the defeat pile. So let's see what it says. Okay, so if we had lost the game by the flood catching up to a canal section, we would read that one. Instead, we lost by not having enough cards to discard / barbarians. So we're going to read story number 19. Radiant to Shanxi, it is your guiding light that I see when I close my eyes to rest after long days of work. And tonight my eyelids have closed as my body and mind are both exhausted. How can men and women have no care for their own land and instead lend themselves to its destruction? Still they come against us, these thieves and barbarians, and still my warriors fall short and cannot hold them at bay long enough for us to finish our work. I cannot continue much longer under this cloud of defeat, as the rain that falls from it soaks deeper into my bones than any natural rainfall. I suppose that now that I am still in thinking of you, it seems that perhaps the rainfall is slowing. While we have been pushed back once more by our enemies, the floods are later this year. The rain seems to have lessened, and while the floodwaters will come and take away much as they recede, I feel the hope that things will be better, that the ancestors are watching over us, and I might even get to spend a little more time with my eyes closed, dreaming of the light. And it says here, file the revealed defeat card in the box under history. Find cards 63 and 64 in the story deck and file them in the box under huts and canals for future games. Just like him, I'm feeling a bit of Alright, so that was the first game of my playthrough of the Legacy of You campaign. And unfortunately, we lost. We take a defeat, and I guess we see what happens next time. Now I'm going to try and upload one episode per week until I complete this campaign. But anyway, that's going to be it from me. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, comment, and consider subscribing, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers!